We find Stanley Sinigi, a herder from Olol Toto, Narok County, tending to his cattle at Laikipia Conservancy, one of the privately owned tracts of land bordering the Maasai Mara National Reserve. Sinigi tells us that it took him 5 days to trek more than 100 kilometers to get here.
Maasai wako na ushirikiano moja. Ni family, inaweza kuwa family moja kuanzia huku mpaka huku. So lazima kuna connection. Wale wanaishi hapa wanatujulisha kwamba conservancy kuna nyasi na itafunguliwa. Nasi pia kwa sababu tumesumbuliwa kule na ukame, tukakuwa na tamaa ya kuja kuona.
His presence here in the Mara being the result of a cultural negotiating process between resident pastoralists and outsiders to have them feed their dying livestock on pasture that is at the same time trodden by wild animals.
Walikuja huko na wako na shida, tukawana ni afadhali tukubali tuwaweke mahali kama hapa. Ni sisi conservancy wenyewe ndio waliketi wakasema wacha tuwaweke hapa, na hii ni katikati ya conservancy. Na vile walikuwa wamesema walipoketi chini hapa walielezewa conservancy inakaa namna gani na iko na sheria.
In the Mara North Conservancy, the scenes are the same. More than 17,000 heads of cattle were brought in to seek shelter from the drought. The existing grazing plan in this conservancy helped to ease the otherwise chaotic competition for grass for the livestock to feed on.
We have a wet season grazing plan and a dry season grazing plan. So in preparation for that, we were able to then save the pasture that these community members were able to come and have. And because of that, we just hived up about an area of about 1,000 acres and were able to assist them.
Every evening for the last 4 weeks, these livestock have been making their way into their temporary camp here at the Mara North Conservancy. This is just one of the ways that the communities here within the Mara have been able to show the accommodation of other pastoralist communities from other counties that have been affected by drought. According to the International Livestock Research Institute, in the previous drought between the years of 2008 and 2011, the livestock sector in Kenya lost an estimated 1.2 trillion shillings from livestock deaths, a loss that the chair of the Kenya Wildlife Conservancies Association says could be averted should the country increase the national coverage of land under conservation.
Currently, conservancies are covering an area of about, in the whole country, about 6 million hectares. That's significant. It's almost 10% of this country. We need to grow that about 10 times so that in each of our landscape, we actually have community lands that have land use plan.
Pastoralist communities are also being encouraged to explore alternative income generating activities as a means of building resilience to the effects of climate change.
We need to think about how to build a more resilient, more productive value chain so that livestock could be sold into the markets and they actually earn income during the dry season, so that we don't only rush to buy off dying livestock. We should actually be able to go and buy the big livestock during the wet season.
At the moment, the country boasts of having 155 conservancies that have the potential of being a viable income-generating option for livestock and tourism through wildlife conservation, a contrast to the otherwise typical human-wildlife conflict. Brygettes Ngana, NTV, Narok County.